Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the second match of Week 3, Season 24, I think. We might have to revisit that later. Last round was a heartbreaker. We fought through a 3 GL versus 1 GL matchup. We got through his defense, got through 2 of his Galactic Legends with the stuff that I have. We had to gamble to get through the Lord Vader, because I needed to pull gas away to take out his Ray. But what kills me is I could have done another solo, and I didn't do it, and I lost by 1 banner. If we would have tied, I would have won. I would have won on GP, but if I would have done the solo, I would have won by a couple banners. Because of this back wall here, we'll just revisit this quick. This back wall was nothing. And for some reason, I felt like using Akbar and Fulcrum, and I brought in a full Akbar team for fun. And it could have just been a solo, and this would have been a win. But, yeah. Next time, take advantage of those solos. This is why I like to build up a lot of those teams for those options. Because this was a tough way to lose. Here's how he performed against my defense. One-shot everything up front. But on the back wall, we were able to trip him up a few times. So on the back wall here, 2 shots up against Grievous, 2 shots up against Qui-Gon. That I'm happy about. On the top wall, I think those were just 1-shots. I don't think we were able to slow him down there. But he did keep a decent amount for offense. Yeah, didn't get tripped up there. I need to start adding relics to these teams. So Vandor, obviously, I want to get Sith Trooper to relics. Katarn is going to get to relics. Cardoon is probably one I'd like to add, maybe. And then JTR, the Resistance Heroes. Like, a couple relics would take those teams from maybe sometimes an opponent getting tripped up by to tripping them up on a regular basis. And that's where I'd like to get some of those teams. Or if we just get alternate teams in game. The Executor tripped him up once. But it was a tough loss. Almost had it. And that one decision was the difference maker. Today's opponent, though, Shanabel, this is what he's working with. He's got JMK. I think he's a 3 GL guy. JMK, JML, and Ray. I'm going to look over here at the hot bot. And this is a Discord bot. Most guilds have it, but if yours doesn't have it, you can use it over on my Discord. Guild GP is slightly more than mine. Lifetime banners are good, but he's very low on the undersizes and the clears. So what that's telling me is and from his Grand Arena history, he tends to win a lot by putting down a strong defense and his opponent's not getting through him. And then he'll attack a few times on offense. So he's not participating enough to get those clears or undersizes, but his defense is strong enough to secure wins. Zetas are more than mine, but he's got more GLs. His speeds are slower. His relics are low for what I've been going up against in Kyber 2. 6-dot mods, he's got more than mine and way less. So his mod game is pretty weak. So that's one of my big advantages. He's got a lot of tier 5 relics, a lot of tier 7 relics, whereas I've got a lot of lower ones. You're probably going to see a lot more of these turn into tier 4 ones pretty soon. But I'm holding back resources as I work towards Star Killer and JMK. And we got his speeds here. He's got the edge on JML but it's not really a factor with how he plays him. I've added a bunch of characters to the personal list because I like to look at these for counters. But you can see how slow like his Padme is, his Jedi Knight Anakin, and mine aren't that fast, but his Rex, that's way slow. No Maul. Moff Gideon is usable but not great. His Echo is super slow and not fully geared, but even at that stage, a Gear 8 Bad Batch is usable. That's why I emphasize them. And he's got a 7-star Executor. Let's jump in here, start breaking this down. So the way I played it, after looking at his Grand Arena history, I didn't change really anything up. I was considering saving my Padme for a while, in case he used his JMK, but from his history, that didn't seem to be the way he was going to play it. He tends to put down 1 or 2 GLs, and then a very strong defense, and then he saves one of his GLs. And his JMK is usually saving. I did do one dumb thing, though, on defense. I'll point that out. It's something that I say I probably do once every 3 months. So this wall is the same. I just finished Dash today. I'm happy about that. I can focus now on Mara Jade, Darth Talon, and Katarn. Both Katarn and Darth Talon are at 5 stars already. We're moving pretty quick through those Cantina farms. So we got Darth Revan, Geos, Bossk, and Scoundrels with Scion of Django. And Scion here, I've been testing them out, and I'm not finding a version of either BAM lead or Scion of Django lead that I'm happy with. Like, I kind of like these BAM teams without him. But I'm still figuring out. Maybe it's something where I'll feel a bit differently about it at Gear 12 or Relics. But at this stage, like, this team's better with Nest or other characters on the defensive version. Geos, they're not a team I recommend on defense unless you have a ton of redundant counters teams, which I've been talking about several times in these last videos, but it's just a point I want to emphasize. Especially because there's that video I put out saying don't put them on defense. Padme, Grievous, and Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon, they're not a great defensive team at higher levels, and I've seen other people talk about it, and I agree that when you're like, if you're in Kyber 1, I don't think I would do it. But in Kyber 2 and lower, you're going to be going up against opponents who are not going to handle it well. And I think they're a worthy defensive option because of that. Same thing with the Executor. Like, I'm probably pretty soon going to take the Executor off defense, but at the levels at Kyber 2 and lower, you're probably going to be having opponents that aren't great at countering the Executor. So we got Darth Revan. This is what I'm talking about. Like, a solid defensive teams. He's got a Bossk team, and these Executor level Bossk teams, you can't treat like lower Relic or Unrelic Bossk teams. They get very troublesome, especially that Relic 8 Boba Fett. This Night Sister team we can handle. They shouldn't be on defense. They're countered by too many teams. We'll just Iden Verso this Mon Mothma team. And this is one of those bad Mothma teams I talk about, where none of these characters synergize all that well together except for Biggs and Wedge. And it's a pretty weak synergy when tied into Mon Mothma. And on the bottom territory, this is where we're going to try some stuff. We're not really try that much. I think we're going to be fine. But this Jedi Knight Revan, that's a JML team. So we got a Rey team that's pretty decent. A Bo-Katan lead team that we got to respect but won't be too much of a problem. Then we got Old Republic. And this is the version of Old Republic that can be a little bit more RNG dependent. The combo of Juhani and T3M4 is not as easily soloed is when Canderous is on the team. And then we got Jedi Knight Revan here. Well, what I've been doing lately, just to make sure I get warmed up, is doing these palette cleansers. I think we're going to just do an Iden Verso, and then we'll jump into the GLs. Oh, I didn't talk about my dumb mistake. I didn't click on this fleets. This is what I'm referring to. Look at that. I need fleet presets, so I stopped doing this. Because sometimes I'm setting my defense either right after I'm doing my fleet arena climb, where my brain is just thinking about the malevolence, or it's late and I'm not being careful and I'm thinking about counters, or I'm thinking about other things. That's what happened there. Wasn't really paying attention and set down the wrong lead. I think it was after my fleet arena climb. Alright, let's do Verso. Super Bowl is going on right now. I don't care. Although I am rooting for Matt Stafford. I'm hoping he gets a championship. He deserves it. Alright, let's do this. You know what we're going to do? This might be dumb. Well, we're going to do it. I talked about this in the last video, so we're going to do it. I'm going to leave out Death Trooper. Because I want to see, in the event that Death Trooper goes to Imperial Remnants, or Death Trooper goes to Krennic because of that new Omicron, I need to see how Iden Verso does without Death Trooper. And all of my testing so far has been with him. And this team without Cara Dune is not as much of a threat. So it's at least a situation where I don't think we're at such a disadvantage that I'm worried about it. But Death Trooper is really nice. With the daze, the stun, and the dispel, and the increased cooldowns, like the death mark, like that's a ton of things Death Trooper adds. I want to stun Wedge to start, but I'm not going to take him out first. It's just because of the synergy with Biggs, I want to stop him for a moment. We'll get up our revive. The daze on Captain Han is going to be the annoying part, so I want to eliminate him from consideration. And his revive. Let's remove some turn meter. AoE, or mass assist and a stun. And our damage is increasing right now. Alright. Get our buffs up. Alright, we're starting to do some good damage. I'll hit Lando with the stun since Wedge is probably going to go down soon unless Mon Mothma heals. I don't think it's possible to take range away from this team. Range adds so much. But what I'm feeling like is this is fine without Death Trooper, at least against this version. It's definitely slower. Because with the Death Mark, you can prevent a revive. You can have Mon Mothma wasting turns. Cara Dune, though, is where I'm not convinced. Come on. Yeah, let's pull back the turn meter. Jeez. Taunt again. Stun wedge. Hopefully, there. Lando goes down from the AoE damage. And these are all gear 11 except for Iden Verso, who's gear 10. She's a pretty expensive character from gear 10 to gear 11. She needs 2 sets of Kairos. How are you get what's I need to check what is up with Biggs's kit that gives him all that turn meter. It's very annoying. Maybe I should be stunning him. But it's the evasion up that I hate on his kit, which is why I tend to avoid him. But this is eating up so much time now. That's probably the bad call. And I'm hoping once Wedge is out of here. Oh my god, can we stop this? Alright, let's change our approach here. Alright, I'm gonna auto this. We're running out of too much time. Probably should have autoed this sooner. Oh my god, we're gonna lose. One, I should have autoed sooner, but it does show the impact of Death Trooper. I think we would have won had I autoed, and a auto would not have been necessary with Death Trooper's presence. Interesting. But that's why I wanted to do it. Alright. Now for the real stuff. I'm not expecting this guy to attack me all that much. A lot of his losses were just... he didn't even attack. So there's a good chance this guy doesn't attack. And you should be doing JML lead. This all like Jedi Knight Revan or Bastila lead stuff you see with JML, that's Squad Arena stuff. That's not Grand Arena. What is up with this today? Alright, Watt to start, we got to make sure the protection doesn't go up. And there we go. From here, let's see if we can take the turn meter away from Jedi Knight Luke so we don't get that stun. I am worried about that mark there. Out of the way, cat. You know what we needed? We gotta be taking out Jedi Knight Revan because it's easier for one, but. Alright, there's the revive. This is bad. Alright, we're not going to get a full clear today. I guess it's still possible, we shouldn't say that, but we really need to take out Jedi Knight Revan. Alright, we gotta try some stuff. No, we can still get through today. I'm just not gonna like it as much. No, we'll take... Oh, man. See, I'm probably gonna need a cleanup for Ray, and CLS is usually my cleanup. We're gonna bring in the 501st to see what kind of damage we can do. Or, let me think about this, because if I do like a Jedi Knight Luke lead, I would need gas, I'd probably need JML. But I just feel like that weakens my JML too much against his JML. Not necessarily, since I can do JML lead, I could even do like a Bastila JML lead. Yeah, if I did Bastila JML with like Jolie. What other Jedi do I have? Yeah, let's see. Bastila JML. Hermit Yoda, Jedi Knight Luke. No, we're not doing Jedi Knight Luke would have to be for this. Alright, I gotta think about this. Because I probably need Jedi Knight Luke, Gas, Jedi Knight Revan, Hermit Yoda, and probably Old Ben. And then I can do JML, Bastila, Shakti, Jolie. And just with the inherited teachings, do way more damage than he's going to be able to do up against me. Especially if I add Watt to that mix, he's not going to beat me. There is a risk of a timeout. That might be the better route. Let me think. All right, I've made my decision. We're gonna gas this thing because even if I lose, which with my 501st I'm going to, it'll be much easier to clean up. It'll still be clean upable, and I think my Jedi Master Luke, since Watt is already gone, I'm not gonna need much to beat his. So I don't think I need Jedi Knight Luke and Jedi Knight Revan to handle his stuff. So we'll get through this. The bigger problem is that Darth Revan now, actually. Because once I go through all this stuff, what I'm going to have left to manage Darth Revan, that's a problem. Alright, Lifeblood's over on Poe. Get some turn meter. Throw an armor shred down. Let me take him out before lifeblood goes over there. Perfect. Let's do that because gas is about to stand up. So now that taunt is actually going to mess up people. Alright. Come on, just do your move. No, we're still standing. Nice. Let's trigger the thing on Poe. Perfect. Alright. Now Poe is down. Back standing. Lifeblood over on Holdo is way better for me. You know what? Now let's just make sure we trigger the damage immunity. Perfect. Let's just take another round of turns, make sure we increase our damage more. There's the damage immunity. Alright, gas standing at a good time. I'm feeling pretty good about this run. Alright, Dispel. Throw down that armor shred. We got another shot at aerial advantage and next turn, which will get us close. Do I want it? I'm not gonna taunt. I don't want the sacrifice not happen the way it should. Oh my god. So, no. Would have been nice to get that damage boost. I'm a little worried now. I still think we take her out. We're running low on time though. If we take her out, then we're gonna be fine. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, no, no. Yes. Okay, okay. Cleaning up Holdo is nothing. We got the parts that mattered. There we go. And that is great because now I probably still have the stuff to take out Darth Revan. Because I'm not going to need Jedi Knight Luke and some of the other stuff to go after JML at this point. Wish we would have got the RNG I needed. But I also probably should have hit Jedi Knight Revan to start. Okay. So... This is what I'm thinking. Unless I want Hermit Yoda for Darth Revan. Which would make me feel better. Now let's just do this. We need to make sure we get through it. Also could have added... No, I'm glad we didn't take Watt. Start spreading these around. Let's increase cooldowns over on JML. I misclicked there, that was a mistake. I'm gonna get rid of that force. I want to take out... We need to take him out now. Okay. There's step one. I'm just gonna basic it for the heal. Throwing the Master's Training over here for the Dispel mostly. I might auto this in a second. Come on. Oops. Alright, I need an auto. Yeah, I need an auto. Come on, Hermit Yoda. I'm gonna... You just really messed my life up. Okay. Finally got out of stealth. It looks like I lost my sun. Let me get some lights going on. All right, let's get back to it. Let's see here. We just need to clear this bottom territory. The Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Knight Revan, I'm hoping to keep for Darth Revan. Even if this guy wanted to clear me, I don't think he has enough teams left anymore. You know what? I'm going to KYLO this again. Last time we did this, it was a timeout, I think. And I want another shot at it. I think it's something where if I had higher relics, it wouldn't be a concern. Or I need to prioritize taking out Juhani or T3 earlier. No, it wasn't a timeout. They took me out. Alright, we're going to get Retribution up. And now we lost it. That's fine. We got Armor Shreds. We got Days going. Retribution, we got Blind on, so that's our best option. Juhani here is my first target. Alright, Shigon. There's my healing immunity. Really not happy about that blind. We'll just do that to save my heal. There we go. It's that ability block that T3M4 adds is what makes this more dangerous. There we go. T3, come on. I'm telling you, it's that... Because I never got to use my third ability when I didn't have blind on. It's T3 and 4. Juhani is not the issue. Yeah. T3 and 4 stops those solos. At least makes them risky enough where maybe I need more relics. Alright, now let's take things seriously. More seriously, not very seriously. We're still going to be doing plenty of dumb stuff. How do I want to address this? Alright, fine. That's what we're going to do. Where'd you go? Do This might not be enough, which is why I'm pausing on myself for a moment. Let's do this. I have no idea what's on his back wall either, because I think I didn't check his entire Grand Arena history, but from what I looked at, only a couple people full cleared him. Or maybe not even full cleared him, just cleared a lot of teams. There's only a handful that were over 1,000 points. Or 1,000 banners, I guess. I could have put down an actual lead, too. That could have been something I did. I should have done armor lead now that I'm thinking about it. But I wasn't planning on putting in other Mandos when I originally was thinking Wampa. Plus they're not doing any work here, it's really just Wampa. I could have just done armor with these other Mandalorians, I feel like, though. And the Beskar had nothing to do with that. That it didn't come into play. I probably could have just done Wampa. Now here's another question. Bo-Katan. There's going to be enough assists where the one thing I like about Bo-Katan is that she's unfamiliar enough that I don't have a plan. And I kind of don't want to use any good teams because I have no idea what's on the back wall. And you know what? Let's think about this before we burn a team. I want to keep Empire for the back wall. That much I know. Night Sisters I would like to keep for the back wall. They counter too many teams. We got Traya. We got the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch I think are a possibility. We have Maul, but Maul I have plans for. So if we look at the top wall, this Darth Revan, that's going to be a Jedi Knight Luke. Mon Mothma, I should use Wampa on Mon Mothma is what I should have. I forgot she was there. Because they're not really a team I have a dedicated use for. They're good in this role. I think we're going to start eliminating some of these easy ones like armor. Plus armor makes this whole thing harder if she starts throwing Beskar around. There we go. Is that all? No, that's not all the relics. I will throw this over on Mando. Alright, we're just taking Bo out. Just waiting until he gets his turn. Alright, let's check out what he's got for me. CLS? What? Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna have to Jawa bomb these Geos. We might not get full clear. But this guy's definitely not gonna beat me, but I still wanted a full clear. There's not much I have left that can handle CLS and Darth Revan. Yeah, Maul can't do it. CLS kills Maul. Unless I got like the right RNG, which I doubt I would. Oh, that's what I did last time. You know what? Maybe we got a way through. We try Night Sisters, but we need to take somebody out. But I think the Night Sisters CLS counter, that's actually a reason to have higher geared Night Sisters, because they do tend to prioritize DACA. Why didn't you go into stealth, man? Let's do this. I'm hoping that with the mass... Yeah, okay. That's what I want. I wanted the stealth. Starting to get worried. I need some of these thermals to start going off. Or I need my turn. Which I don't think I'm going to get. They're going to hit me. Go off. Go off. Alright, I'm betting, I'm hoping that, let's just do that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. This is why I gear leavened on my Jawas, because that would have been a loss before, because they would not have stood up to all those assists. These troopers are a problem too, though. Oh my god, I wish I had my Bad Batch. Bad Batch would have been great against troopers. I didn't think about troopers being on this back wall, though. Alright. And I know his mods are slow enough that I probably would have gone first. Oh, I have Empire, though. I do have Empire. Okay, okay. Maybe we got a way through. This is what I mean. This is like the puzzle that I think playing this way sometimes results in is it's not going to be clean. You can't overpower teams, but there's a way through if you're careful, and it's about figuring out that way through. Maybe you got to take a couple shots at a team. But I don't know, there might be a way through here. Whew. Alright. I'm gonna go after Chewie first. I'm gonna try and get a stun over on Chupio so he can't be assisting. And Chewbacca, I want that guard down. I need the guard down. Maybe we get a... No, we didn't get the stun. I'm gonna heal up my Daka. Let's see if we can get a stun on C-3PO. I don't want the confusion. We're not getting it. Maybe we get it this time. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. If I lose Daka... Alright, let's revive, heal up. We're still alive. And you're seeing me not use the specials because I want these revives. I want the Talzine lead to be generating more health. And you know what? Let's hit Han. Because Han is devastating. This is already feeling like a win, but this... I don't like this counter because it's RNG about who goes after who. Whether or not you get stuns. We can do this. We can do this. I might have to... I hopefully don't have to two-shot those troopers. I'm hoping my mods give me the edge, but if his troopers start off fast, I don't know if I can do it in one shot, but we can two-shot it with between Empire and troopers. Like, getting that CLS in one shot was huge. But like, I think it was last round that I attempted that, and they went after Daka early, and I couldn't get my revives, and it fell apart. I'm getting this full clear. Now, do I want... I think I want Jedi Knight Luke lead. Jedi Knight Revan, Bastila, Barriss. Yeah, it gets shallow quick. I've been thinking about Juhani, gearing her up, partly because there's some Star Killer usage too. Even Kanan. I feel like Kanan for what's remaining of my Jedi is pretty solid. My Jedi Knight Luke is not modded fast or slow. He's kind of right in the middle because I don't like switching up my mods, and I like having him in this spot where I feel like he is slowing down characters a little, but he's also fast enough where I feel like he can contribute, so I can move back and forth. It's kind of worst of both worlds. Let's mark Bastila and mess up the turn orders. I'm terrified we're going to lose. I shouldn't have done Jedi Knight Luke lead. What was I thinking there? Maybe it's fine. Yeah, let's do that. Perfect. Are you kidding me? We're not going to get anything from the stun until Darth Revan's gone. I shouldn't. I'm kind of terrified right now. I'm probably gonna die from HK. Let's do some damage here. I know it does like max health damage. Probably should have attacked somebody else. I don't know. Maybe troopers. Maul could do it, but if I do Maul, all right. Let's see here. I probably should have done Jedi Knight Revan lead, because I wouldn't have kept getting Death Mark over on a character that was more important. But I don't know. I'm just gonna do Traya here. Traya's not gonna be useful in this other stuff at the gear levels I have her at. This is probably going to be a long video because of the multiple attempts I got to take to get through this. There's the first. Telzin's gonna go down pretty quick. Kinda wanna get Talia out of here. Getting a little worried about Scion. Alright, next turns are Annihilate. There's no pain on zombies, so I'm doing the basic. Take out Talia for the second sacrifice. I knew zombie was going to taunt. I was hoping that by taking down the health on zombie. There's a heal. Because Nihilus is about to go. I don't want to be stuck behind taunt. Here's our Dispel. That's good timing. As long as that doesn't happen. Very worried about zombie. Or not zombie, Scion. Why are you taunting again? You didn't take a turn. What is going on with this team? I want to annihilate Daka. Alright, finally. We might lose this. We can start picking things apart now that Daka's gone. Like Talzin will go down. There's not going to be any revives. We can take out Talia. Oh, I think we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. This has just been annoying. This is why when this was a counter, you had Thrawn. Speed boost from the Ventress lead was added big annoyance factor to that too. I'm just trying to hold Maul back for a second. Because Maul's my Bossk plan, but Maul at this point can clean up that Darth Revan. I think what we need to do is check speeds. Because if this is a slow Veer's team, we might be able to outspeed him and take him out. So we're looking at 235. The relics are a pain, but with the speed advantage, we should be able to ignore that. Because we know his Gideon is slow. So we got 235 General Fears, Moff Gideon here. It's 266. Piet. We got to check Piet and Stark. The Dark Trooper is probably going to be... I guess I could do it from that screen. Yeah, let's just do it on that screen. His Piet is no joke, though. If I have the speed advantage, though, I'm gonna do troopers. $242 on Stark. Now my stuff... But I don't have relics, so I'm losing speed from not having relics. So I've got a faster Veers, but not much faster. His was 235, mine's 244. Pia is really going to be a test. Mine's 312, his is faster. Yeah, this isn't going to work. Just not worry about it. I guess how fast am I off Gideon? Maybe it'll be fine. I just need to be way faster than his stuff here, but 289, not fast enough. Yeah, no, we're not fast enough. Which tells me... What if Maul's my better option? Because he's not going to be able to focus down on one character with Maul. It's just the relics are what worries me. Let me check my Palpatine. Palpatine and Vader are going to need to be still pretty fast, outspeed that Piet. $285. His Piet's good. His other stuff's not good, but his Piet is good. And how much speed am I getting from... I think we can take my Empire up against his Bossk. Because his Bossk is... And there's no Zam. And I think we did Empire up against Zam before, and it was messy, but we got away with it. So that's... yeah. We're going to try Maul. I think that's my best option. Yeah, really we're looking at Empire or Maul as my best teams remaining. And the key here of why this might work for me, depending on how quickly they do damage, is I'm going to get a little bit of a head start, and the taunt is going to move around and hopefully prevent them from taking somebody out. I think, too, if I take out Moff Gideon early... His Dark Troopers is not even strong enough to worry about. Yeah. Except when things go that smoothly, you're like, why did I spend so much time thinking about it? Just because, really, I only thought about so much. 'Cause I think that's the second time I've done that. You just don't come across troopers enough on defense. Only because troopers are so good on offense that I don't have the same amount of reps against them as I do some of these other teams. Which is why they're nice on defense. Same thing with the bow. But he had no Moff Gideon, or no Maul, right? Yeah, that's why he's doing bow lead. I think here we gotta do Imperial Troopers. Because Empire, I have no choice now except to use up against Bounty Hunters. And this is also going to be dependent on how well his Bounty Hunters are modded. I'm probably going to take Royal Guard up to Gear 12 pretty soon. It's not going to make a big difference at Gear 12, but he'd be more usable than he is now. He's like barely a contributor in some of these. It just might save somebody. The only disincentive is Mara Jade being at low stars. She goes down pretty fast. All right. I think I'm going to just spread the ability blocks to start. Alright, we can probably take out IG-88 here. Perfect. Let's start working on CAD. This is why I don't like some of these characters. Fracture Bossk, throw down some stuns. Yeah, let's just throw down some staggers. The reason I'm playing it the way I am is I just want Vader to take as many turns as possible. And I want to get as many buffs as possible, debuffs as possible on Bossk before I chuck that saber at him. Like 18 is a lot. Is it enough? 21's a lot. See, I don't feel like it's enough. Probably is. I'm a little overcautious when it comes to these things. Let's chuck it. Alright. All right. Now we probably try and clean up Darth Revan with my troopers, which is fine with relic troopers. Hopefully it's fine with mine. They do have preloaded turn meter though. You know what? Probably gonna mark Stark, so I want Stark in that easier to click on slot. You don't like clicking around Dark Trooper. Yeah, this is what I'm worried about. Fine, let's do this. Jeez, seriously? Yeah. Okay, good. There we go. He's probably got Executor on defense, which is a problem. It's a problem. Because I messed up with my Malevolence. So we may actually be stopped from a full clear because I don't have the fleets needed. Okay. We are gonna call in Zam to assist. Keep taking these turns. That should be contract. Or not quite. This should be contract. Sorry, Greedo. Now, how do we handle the fleets? So we got this problem. The thing is, I feel like Rebels is my better option against fleets. hate that I messed that up. All right, we're doing rebels, right? Yeah. Biston should be giving me enough of an edge, as long as I get the RNG of the assists, that this is the route we're going. And I've never made a decision about whether I prefer Y-wing or bigs to start. I keep going back on it, back and forth. I'm sure there's maybe conditional aspects where one's better than the other. Usually I do bigs because he's got relics at least. I don't know. I just don't feel like there's a conclusive answer. I've watched a few videos that have made arguments one way or the other, but I don't know. Okay. That was good RNG. That was bad RNG. Do I go first with the reinforcement or no? Okay, I do. Because I went first, I'm calling in Cassian. We're finishing this. Now the question is, can I pick apart his executor? And I don't think I can. Because I could have done something like Empire up against that Rebel fleet and see if things went right, and then took Rebels. Because Rebels are still would have been, had a better shot at clearing some of the stuff with Executor, but I don't know. I don't think we're getting through the Executor. It's really how I feel. You know what? Let's bring in... No, we're not going to last long enough to even use a Sith reinforcement, so what's the point? Now, if we had the TIE Interceptor at this point, we might have a better shot. Because I would imagine the TIE Interceptor at least puts us in a position where we could clean this up. Or if we had those tanks for the Radis and the Finalizer. Because the Radis is already close to a position. If you have relics, you probably can clean up a lot of stuff. Because if you can survive long enough to get the Radis ultimate off, then it's great. Yeah, none of this matters. I can see the TIE Interceptor, if we could have brought in this ship immediately. I could see that not helping. I'm going to hit Cad Bane, because really Cad's our only option to get somebody out. Yeah, we And it's over. I think we'll throw in the ships. Just to see if we get lucky, but... If maybe if it was a 6-star, 4 to 6 stars, maybe. You know what? No. We still do have separatist ships. We can do separatists under Tarkin. The vulture droid is just going to die off, though. I'd rather bring that in as a reinforcement. Did I click on the vulture droid, or did I leave it over in the sidebar? I think I left it in the sidebar, didn't I? Because I'm dumb. I doubt we're gonna get to it. Okay. Yeah, that would have been nice if he lasted longer, but I'll take it. Yeah, this is about what I was expecting. Now what I'm really hoping for here is I get, one, I don't die. I don't die. Okay, I get some amazing RNG here. Where I can target Cad Bane. Oh, come on, man. And now he cleanses, of course. Yeah. I was hoping to take out Cad. Let's try the finalizer. Well, no, you know what? We're going to do the Radis. Because really the whole point is if we somehow get a miracle where we can take out the Executor, which will not be happening, but if we were to get that miracle, we would need something to come in after. Yeah. They both have deflector shield. up. We don't need that. I think this is what I want. Because you want to get foresight up. Don't like that mark at all. That's not great. See, this is why you need a tank. I know I could have brought in a tank, but it's more important to have resistance chips right now. And it's a thing where relics are needed. Yeah, it just didn't last long enough. Let's see. 2 more. We won't be surviving this turn. Yeah. I really want those. See, this is you can tell my brain is elsewhere because I already did that click. What that I shouldn't have. You can. I really want these fleet presets so that I don't make mistakes anymore. Protect me from myself, CG. You know what? Let's do that. Finally. These are all Gear 11 pilots. Like, they're not up to this. I can't believe my silencer is still alive. That should have happened so long ago. Okay. And the final mess of an unsynergistic team. We'll throw it with Kenobi. Why not? Let's bring in a couple Sith. Let's do these guys off the bench. I'm looking forward to those Jace events. To make my Finalizer and Radis more usable. I'm hoping that it's enough that I don't need to relic up any of those pilots. As you can see, if a tank made that Radis survive, a couple of those ships survive a little longer, then the ultimate would have been able to go off. Because it wasn't... Because using the resistance specials while they have foresight up is reduces the cooldowns. It just... Those ships couldn't survive long enough because there's no tank. This is if they also survived like a turn. I should have done... Like, one, I wouldn't have known this team existed. I would have done the Finalizer earlier. No, the Finalizer only worked because some of the damage was already done. There's... Yeah. God, I love the sound of that. And there we go. No full clear, but that was already determined at the time of setting defenses because of that oversight. But we are done. We cleared all the squads. He highly doubt he has anything that can clear my squads. He does have things to clear my fleet, but I don't think he participates enough for us to get in that situation. Last round was really the heartbreaker with losing by one banner. This one I feel like's a win, but we'll see tomorrow. Be safe out there. Come on, man. Be safe out there, everyone, and be excellent to each other. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.